This is a big one. The preseason's done. It's donezo. Waiver wire? Usually the waiver wire is after week 1, right? And we are going to have weekly waiver wire ad videos. Don't you worry. Subscribe. But right now, as drafts are completed, guess what? You still have access to the waiver wire. Now, depending on how your team was drafted, how it was constructed, you might have to go hit that bad boy, especially as we get more and more guys cemented in their position on these rosters. So today we have 8 names, guys to consider for the waiver wire right now, and as the season progresses, familiarize yourself with these names, because there's a chance these guys rise a lot in value and can contribute to bring us to the championship where we all want to be. Like and subscribe, boys, helps out the small channel grow. 8 names, we'll top into them. Name number 1. It's not Isaac Guerendo, it's Mr. Tesla. Why drive a Ferrari when you can drive a Tesla? Now listen to this. 10 receptions for 146 yards, and he had a touchdown in 3 straight games in the preseason. Now the Lions always make the wide receivers earn it. If we take a look at Amon-Ra St. Brown, ever heard of him? Take a look at his rookie year compared to every other year. 13 points per game, the worst year of his career. You're not getting opportunities as a rookie. Even take a look at Jameson Williams. Jameson Williams obviously had the injury and the off-field issues, but if you look at his first 2 years of his career, this guy wasn't getting a high percent of snaps. So the Lions' third-string receiver, I don't even know, who is it? Khalif Raymond, not even loaded into the site. Again, check out flockfantasy.com. Free tools all across the board. Really good website. Isaac Tesla should be able to compete for the wide receiver 3 role within the first couple of weeks of the season. When he gets that wide receiver 3 role, really it'll be wide receiver 5 behind Jahmyr Gibbs, behind Sam Laporta, right? So limited amount of opportunities, but the athleticism is very high. He had the highest relative athletic score out of any wide receiver in this draft class. Better than Ted McMillan, better than Ibuka, better than Jaden Higgins, right? So a very athletic guy, just didn't have much college production. His college profile only had a 550 receiving yard season, was his highest total. But he just got 150 yards in 3 preseason games, right? So I am convinced this guy's going to be a stud. I'm actually drafting him in the last round or 2 of my drafts. If you're in a keeper league, a dynasty league, must draft player. Redraft format, not as exciting. Really is going to have to get an injury to be able to provide immediate value this year. Name number 2 is going to be Cade Otton. Now, why do you think we're going over to Cade Otton? Well, let's see. Godwin's not starting on the PUP, but he still is not planning to play until October. So Godwin, he's out. We have Jalen McMillan. Jalen McMillan had 8 touchdowns in 2024. So all of that vacated. You have Ibuka, you have Mike Evans, and then you have nobody else. Baker Mayfield had 40-plus passing touchdowns in 2024. He has one of the highest passing rate offenses. And Cade Otton sneakily looked pretty solid towards the, in all of 2024, not even just towards the end. Like if we take a look, he had a 29-point game, a 22-point game, 10-point game, 11-point game, 10-point game. Weeks 3 to weeks 10 were pretty solid, and then the rest, he kind of fell off. But you can look at the snap share. Cade Otton's out there playing every single snap. So let's say that Ibuka immediately jumps in because Ibuka, sure, he's talented. I get it. Cade Otton is at worst the wide receiver 3 in this offense in the absence of Chris Godwin and Jalen McMillan. So I think Cade Otton, again, in my personal redraft league, he's actually available on waivers when undrafted. So Cade Otton's somebody to monitor for waivers as well. I know in my league he's projected 10 points, and I think 10 points is a pretty conservative but fair projection for week 1. Demario Douglas. So this is somebody that, again, is on the waiver wire in my deep redraft format. 2 flex, 7 bench is the format I play on, and 2 IR spots as well. But Demario Douglas, he could be the wide receiver 1 for this Patriots team. Stephon Diggs. As of right now, when I'm recording this, there's no clarity as to whether Diggs actually plays or not. Week 1, again, he's coming off of a brutal leg injury. Now, Demario Douglas, 8 points, maybe 9 points last year. Again, I get it. It's not too flashy. But there is some reason for excitement. It's the sound of the buzz is that Demario Douglas is one of Drake May's favorite targets in training camp. And the depth chart around the wide receiver room here is not good. Diggs banged up and old. You have Kyle Williams. Is he better than Demario Douglas? You have Kayshon Boutte. You have Jalen Polk on. He's out for the year, right? So Demario Douglas can be somebody that gets a high amount of targets this season. Keep an eye on how he performs week 1 and keep an eye on the depth chart. Name number 4 and 5. So I guess there's 9 names. You got Jacory Croskey-Merritt. You have Chris Rodriguez. Now, the reason these are both waiver wire adds, now Croskey-Merritt's actually getting added, so I guess keep an eye on him in your draft. I think he's actually a bit overvalued currently, which leads me into this guy, undervalued. Now, Chris Rodriguez has been a bum. He's been on the practice squad. He's already in his third year of his career. Not exciting, right? Not exciting. So why is Chris Rodriguez getting it seems like Croskey-Merritt's coming in after him in preseason. I don't want to read too much into it. They do have Austin Ekeler. Now, Austin Ekeler did play 55% or more of the snaps last season. So Ekeler is going to be somebody that's a pest. Ekeler could be the main beneficiary cooked of the B-Rob Jr. trade. So this could be a true running back by committee where Ekeler might be the most appealing because of the receiving usage. Croskey-Merritt's probably the shiny new toy. They're going to have him involved as well. But don't sleep on what role Chris Rodriguez can have. Now, are you excited about that role? Probably not. But he can still be somebody that if you see a high usage in week 1, he might be somebody you have to target on waivers in week 2. Name number 4 is Mason Taylor. Again, Mason Taylor, I actually drafted him in my redraft keeper league because of one thing. I get it. He's projected 7 points. Now, why do I have Mason Taylor roster over Cade Otton? Maybe it's because I'm crazy. But Mason Taylor is the wide receiver 2 on his offense. You have the Jets. You have Garrett Wilson. And you have nobody else. Literally nobody else. That's it. Honestly, the prospect profile, I don't even think he was that great of a college football tight end. And I know people are going to hate on that. I don't care. Put me out there at tight end for the Jets. And I'm still going to get 20% target share. They're going to throw me the football, big body man, right? So Mason Taylor, just a lot of projected volume. And it's really a true, I don't know what he's going to do with it. I don't know. But I know he's going to have the opportunity, so we'll see how it turns out. Training camp news has also been solid. Alique Manor, this is somebody I wish I got in my redraft keeper league, but Alique Manor has actually looked really, really solid. In terms of the preseason stats, preseason, Alique Manor has been pretty good. He almost is at 100 total receiving yards in the preseason, so he's been involved, he's looked good, he's shown some explosiveness, and his actual prospect profile is not bad. He's one of the better wide receivers coming out of this draft class, so I think that immediately the tight ends don't really have a wide receiver too. Lockett, it's dusty. Do you really want to trust Tyler Lockett? Where if we look at Tyler Lockett's effectiveness, it hasn't obviously been great. Look at it. Last year, 2024, 7 points per game. 2023, 11. The fall off is real. Alique Manor. Cam Ward looked pretty solid. Calvin Ridley's going to be wide receiver 1. Alique Manor could be wide receiver 2 pretty early on in the season. It's like Isaac Tesla, but the depth chart isn't stacked against him right off the bat. Now we head to the next name. We got 2 names left. Isaiah Likely. Now, I was debating taking Isaiah Likely in my redraft league in the final round. Again, foot surgery, missed the last couple of weeks of training camp. Now, before this foot surgery, Isaiah Likely was getting drafted with an ADP of around 120, right? And that was a good ADP. I actually like that. He's still, the rumor when he was getting the surgery is that he should be back. He could be back by week 1. That's really the timeline for it. Let's say he misses week 1, comes back week 2, conservatively. I don't care. Who cares about 1 week? Who cares? Throw him on IR, get the extra spot. It's honestly a good thing. Isaiah Likely, don't forget that the coaching staff was saying they want to see him be a Pro Bowler this year. Don't forget that Isaiah Likely was out snapping Mark Andrews. Don't forget about the red zone usage. Isaiah Likely can be somebody that gives you 10 or 11 plus points per game average and gives you a tight end 5 finish, tight end 6 finish from the tight end position this year. Do we trust Mark Andrews to stay healthy all year? Andrews is older, and Isaiah Likely, contract year. So I really like Isaiah Likely's value, and don't be surprised. We saw it last year. He was an early week 1 waiver wire addition. Could happen again. Lightning could strike twice. Final name number 8, really name number 9 is Dyami Brown. Dyami Brown, 4 points, 2 points, 2 points, blah, blah. Not good, nothing at all. In the postseason with the Commanders, he jumped out, he broke out, and he got himself a 1-year, $10 million deal. Training camp, he looked good. He had a scrimmage, and in his scrimmage, he averaged, let's just practice scrimmage, he would have had 14 fantasy points, which is pretty solid for a guy going undrafted. Now, the reason I like Dyami Brown is because Travis Hunter, you're either in or you're out. If you're out on Travis Hunter, you have to be in on Dyami Brown because they have no wide receiver 2. They gave this guy, again, 1 year, $10 million. $10 mil. Dyami Brown, and you have the new coaching staff, Liam Cohen, who likes 3 wide receiver sets. So even if Hunter's involved, Dyami Brown should be involved as well. And I think Dyami Brown has a lot to prove with just a 1-year deal, and he just got paid a pretty hefty amount of money. So I'm in on Dyami Brown. Those are 8 names, 8 guys that you should be looking at on the waiver wire throughout your entire first couple weeks of your fantasy football journey. Smash like, subscribe, boys. Let me know who you got down below. Any guys on the waiver wire I'm ignoring. Thank you.